It's this old outboard, baby.
Alright, baby, so I got to batten down the hatches. I guess this is probably about as far as the John boat's going to come out of the water. But there you can see that piece of treated I put in there. I mean, this thing's been filled up with water. That thing's been saturated I don't know how many times. You know, rained on, just like that piece in the boat, the big boat, the Starcraft. It's been sitting in there, and it's not even treated, and it's not warping or anything. It gets, you know, how many freaking months has it been now? Anyway, just let it fill up with the rain. They're still not, you know, dead certain on the hurricane. By the time this video makes it on YouTube, the hurricane will probably be gone. But it's part of the saga, baby. Part of the saga. The transom board is done. The backboard is done. All I need to do is pick up the hardware and bolt it in, get it ready, get the paint on it, another coat of paint. On the painted side, it's double fiberglass on the back side and sides, trimmed up, fits right in. Then the other situation I didn't talk about was when I was holding the square up on both corners. There's a theory that the reason the knee has backed away from the transom board because I was pounding that board in that one seam. Now normally I don't have to do that. Normally I'll tap it in. The reason I was pounding it is because I put one side in first to get it all the way down. Then the other side was getting caught on the rivets. So I was banging on it to get it down. But the transom, the knee, didn't matter which way I put the board in, it was still 3/8 away from that thing. So the theory was pounding it in and causing that thing to flex. And I had already trimmed it, put it back in trimmed, didn't change a thing. And I think it's just metal fatigue over the years. The other thought was to put some jack straps on it and pull it back together. So if I pull that forward, that whole knee needs to move, which means the bottom of the boat is going to move. Now I've already water tested this thing. I don't want to be beating everything up and loosening up rivets, and so it's in my idea it's best to go with just put a filler piece in there, tighten everything down, be done with it. What I didn't show on the video, because the camera died the other day, I was going to run down there and shoot a little bit, show you how it came out, how nice all the holes had lined up using that little guide that I've made. Alright, so I wanted to see how these damn things came out. Now the top I thought was perfect. It's off a little bit. The middle two are fine. And the bottom one is off. Now you see that bottom one, that's where I said in the video I missed it. This side looks great, and this was the side I thought I was going to be off on. The top one and the bottom one off just a little bit. You know, that's still going to be fine. If I had attempted this without that damn thing, man, what a pain in the ass. You know, trying to, you know, do the pilot holes. The top's off a little bit, the bottom's off a little bit. The other two are pretty damn good. Then the transom knee, on this side, they're closer in, see here, than they are on this side. Now, why? Probably because you see how these holes are so stretched out. So that's what happened. You know, I went this way with it when it should have been over on this side. Went up here. like that when it should have been down there. So, you know, without that guide, you know, we've been sitting here making pilot holes, and, you know, I ripped through this thing pretty quick. So, I'm thrilled to death. I used the guide. Everything came out pretty good. I guarantee you it would have been worse if I tried doing this by hand, by sight. So, you see that piece of wood? Yeah, man, that thing's been through hell. Yeah, all the sun and the rain. And I also want to get my cable up and wrapped up so it's not floating, sinking, absorbing water. So the old Johnson's running. All the switches I put in and everything are working. And put them over there, and look how clean the boat is, baby. Oh my God, what's going on there? Oh, like I said, I don't know what brand this boat is, but if I ever see one, I'm gonna buy it, because this thing's lasted forever. It's been sunk so many times. So the foam that I got in there, let me turn this off. The foam, all that free foam I got. And I was just waiting for somebody to say, oh, that foam ain't no good for the boat. Well, I did some homework. This is what it is here. Insul Foam DIY Insulation Kit, blah, 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 blah. So I looked up the company, and it is closed cell. So, just to be sure, cut me a piece or bust me a piece off here. You can see by looking at it, see all those cells? EPS, I think it's called. I'm going to sink this for a few days and see what happens. See if it's taking on water or not. I ain't got nothing but time, baby. So originally, you know, I was like, am I gonna put the foam in there? You know. And then I had changed my mind. Well, I don't think I'm gonna put it in there. Then I got all the free stuff. And I'm like, alright, well, it's free, baby. Slap it in. So far here, you don't see any air bubbles coming up, or, you know, nothing like that thing absorbing water. So let's see what happens, because you know, between what I got in there, that other big piece I got coming, I should have enough to do something to hold that thing up if it were to sink. Alright, we'll find out for definitely sure. Let this soak a few days and see what happens. So I'm gonna batten down the hatches here. I know we'll get some wind and crap and rain. And so in this bucket, besides the plants and the water and the big brick thing in there, in the bottom is that piece of foam. And it's been in there for probably a week now. And it's been raining, and I had to move these plants over from the other bucket because I needed that bucket. Anyway, I'm gonna take it out and see what's going on. So this water is a little bit nasty now. I gotta get these things in the dirt, man. They're starting to rot. Ooh, that's nasty. Oh, damn. That's nasty, man. That's nasty. Alright, so here it is. And I'm pretty sure it weighs the same thing it did when I put it in there. But let's see if it'll get all the outside water off. And let's see. There ain't no water in there. See any water in that thing? Let's squeeze it. It has a little bit on the outside, but that's because it's wet. Or is it soaking up? Oh, might be soaking up water. Man, that's hard to say. I mean, I just wrung that out. There's water on it. But is there water in it? Yeah, there's water in it. But this will not be underwater held by a brick in the boat. It looks close though. They advertise their stuff as close though. So I don't know. So next on the list is the Gearcase. I want to do a pressure test on it. And I've got a compressor. And I was thinking about taking one of my oil fill hoses and hooking it up to my compressor and just hit it with about 8-10 pounds of pressure and see what happens. But I have to rig it up to the on the compressor. I don't hear anything leaking, but yet I've got it turned down. I got the flashlight. I'm going to see where I'm at on this thing. Like I said, it's a little hard to get in here, but let me see where I'm at. It might not be sensitive enough to sit at 10. I open it up and it shoots a little high, and then try to bring it back down. It goes back to 0. I think I might have it. Maybe around 8-ish. Let's see what's coming out. Oh, baby. Hear this thing leaking now? I think I'm holding the pressure around 10. Alright. Now, do I have to use the bottom one or can I use the top? I've never done this before. Let's tighten it. Let's tighten the bottom one and use the top. And then if there's any crap in there, won't come running out. But no, I've never been wanting to try this, but never have, because I've always been lucky and it's always been that damn shaft seal. And I got a little spray over here to spray on it and see if we get any bubbles. Alright, I can hear it going in. When I close this handle or let go of it, and my pressure should be holding, right? But how do I know without a freaking gauge? See, this thing's gonna make noise. Well, where's my spray bottle? Let me spray this. I don't hear or see any bubbles down here. I'm holding it on full. Till this freaking connection starts making noise. Stop. Alright, so no bubbles around the shaft. Let's see what happens if I try to spray some stuff up in here. Let's see any bubbles coming. Yep, look at there. Son of a gun. You see that? Son of a gun, man. That's where that damn O-ring is I couldn't take out and replace. They wanted $50 frickin' for a new one. I mean, I've got the O-ring, but the housing is so beat up, it was so corroded, I didn't want to friggin', you know, beat on it too bad. It looked like it was gonna hold. Okay, let's give it some air. There it goes. You son of a gun, man. So the O-ring is not sealing. Well, let me see if I'm leaking here at all, just from beyond. Yeah, look, I'm leaking right there too. This thing's not tight. I can't turn it anymore. So, it's working. So I'm not tight here. Leaking at the seal. Don't know what's going on under that damn pump. And nothing coming out on the shaft. Well, I went this far, got it this far. Let's pull the pump off, see what's going on. Fragga schmigga frigga fragga. Alright, I just checked the compressor again, and the gauge was almost up to 20. Right between 15 and 20. We'll put it there. That's too much. I tried to level it back down around just under 10. I think 10 is where it's supposed to be. So, just out of curiosity, let me see what happens. Now, it's still going to bubble. I know it's still going to bubble. Yep, see that bubble? Yep, see that bubble? This I'm not worried about, just because I can't screw it in by hand tight enough. Alright, let me get the pump off. Nothing. Uh-oh, what's going on? I'm not getting nothing there now. When I adjusted it back down, it probably went too far down now. Ay, 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 ay. Alright, ever so gently turn it. There it goes. Alright, nothing coming from the shaft here. Good. But still coming out there. Nothing down here. Prop shaft. And it's not coming out around the screw anymore. Wonder why. Probably because I have it down where it's supposed to be, closer to 10, 8, 10-ish, I believe. So everything looks good except for that damn thing, and I had a, you know, that crappy feel in it. Thought, what was that? You daggum squirrels, quit screwing around up there. Alright, so at least everything else is not blowing. Except for the whole situation. Alright, so it's not a big deal. It's just another $50 frickin'. And I still got tons of time. You know, by the time I get that floor in, I'm sure I'll scrape up another 50 somewhere. just like I said, man, things have just gotten real slow right now. So there you go. Pressure test, bubbles. All right, so real quick while I'm cleaning up, here's the foam that I stepped all over and everything, and it's bone dry. So give me your thoughts on that. Is it usable? Is it not usable? I don't know. I appreciate it.
Oh yeah, baby, you know the channel. Don't forget to subscribe.